Bloomberg has a new report about some big changes coming for the news business. Google rewrites its powerful search rankings to bury fake news. The plan is to remove misleading or offensive pages from top results. News searches are now given special treatment like finance and health. So let's see what they have to say here. Google isn't planning to rid fake news from its search results, but is trying to purge it from the top. The Alphabet Inc. company is making a rare, sweeping change to the algorithm behind its powerful search engine to demote misleading, false, and offensive articles online. Google is also setting new rules encouraging its raters, the 10,000-plus staff that assesses search results, to flag web pages that host hoaxes, conspiracy theories, and what the company calls low-quality content. That's not going to be problematic. The moves follow months after criticism of Google and Facebook for hosting misleading information, particularly tied to the 2016 U.S. presidential election. Oh boy. Google executives claimed the type of web pages categorized in this bucket are relatively small, which is a reason why the search giant hadn't addressed the issue before. Earlier this month, the company introduced a tool allowing publishers to fact-check articles in its search rankings. The newer changes apply to the secretive core algorithm behind all Google search rankings. The alterations were devised in an internal group called Project Owl, started in December. For years, the company gave more care to making sure there wasn't misleading information in response to two types of queries, those for personal health and finance. Now it's adding news as a third category. Until recently, we thought we didn't need to do that for news because news typically comes from high authority pages. Wow, is that fucking Orwellian? Okay, so what are we talking about here? We're talking about regulating news. So it's almost like you have what one would call a ministry of truth to determine that which is true or false. Yeah, I can't even count the number of downsides to that. Who's going to watch The Watchmen? So those 10,000 people you have for Google who are like, oh, these are the people who check everything. They don't have opinions and feelings and biases. If anything, they have even more than the people who are doing the shows because at least we come as advertised. And they don't even do it for a living. By the way, low quality content. What's low quality? You know, we've been told by people, hey, your set, it's a nice set and everything, but it's not like TV level quality. You know what I'm saying? So is that enough to say, okay, boom, everything secular talk, put it to the bottom, put it to the bottom, put it to the bottom. Just get rid of it. By the way, Google owns YouTube. So, and if you search almost anything political, what comes up right now? We're going to come up in some of the top results because we have, about 10,000 videos on YouTube. So you type in Hillary Clinton, you type, whatever you type in, there's going to be a secular talk video within the first 2 pages. Why? Because we're really fucking popular, and we cover so much shit. But they're making, come on, man. Look, we got to control it. We got to low quality and offensive content. Offensive. What's offensive? I curse a lot. Is that offensive? Does that mean I shouldn't show up in search results because I curse? By the way, they talk about, until recently we didn't need to do that for news because news typically comes from high authority pages. Well, let me give you a little scenario here, guys. CNBC, high authority place, right? CNBC. In the lead up to the subprime mortgage crisis and the Great Recession, over 98%. In fact, there was only one guy who I think dissented. Virtually all of their hosts and guests said, there's no problem with the economy. It's going to keep growing. This isn't a bubble. There's no real estate bubble. I don't know what you're talking about. I'd invest in real estate right now. I think Bear Stearns is doing well. Oh my God, Bear Stearns just collapsed and went bankrupt and the economy is imploding. So if you're really being objective, so okay, let's see who actually does fake news. Holy shit, that entire network was based on fake news, telling you everything's fine with the economy and then it collapsed. Then they do the dodge. Well, nobody could have seen it coming. Yes, people could have. I saw it fucking coming. I saw it coming. Peter Schiff, a libertarian economist, saw it coming. Bill Maher saw it coming. He did a fucking New Rules segment in like 06 or 07 about how there's a real estate bubble and it's going to burst and a fucking cardboard box goes for $1 million in LA. So what the... Yes, people saw it coming, but no. It's who has money, who has power, who's part of the corporatocracy. They're the ones who are going to get favored in the search rankings. CNN and their bullshit are going to get favored in the search rankings. Guys, Don Lemon was on air speculating when the Malaysian plane went missing, which, by the way, thank you, CNN, for covering that for like 2 weeks straight to the exclusion of everything else, because that's that important. He speculated maybe the plane went into a black hole. Does that get Don Lemon and CNN lowered in the rankings? Does it? Oh, no, it doesn't, right? CNN, what do you mean? CNN's fine. What about when Wolf Blitzer was on air and Rand Paul said, maybe we shouldn't arm Saudi Arabia because they're using these weapons to kill civilians, including children in Yemen. And then Wolf Blitzer said, yeah, but what about jobs and what about the profit margin of the military-industrial complex? Does that get them lowered? That's pretty offensive to me. Hey, I care more about corporate profits than I do about dead children and weapons we sell to a terrorist regime in Saudi Arabia, a Salafist state. Is that going to get CNN lowered? Is it going to get Rachel Maddow and MSNBC lowered when Rachel Maddow spent more time on Russia conspiracies than every other issue combined? That's literal. That's literal. Healthcare, the economy, taxes, foreign policy, all less than Russia conspiracies. Are they going to go fake news? We got to lower on the... No. What about Fox News and the endless parade of idiocy they spew on a daily basis? Are they going to get lowered? No. So what's going to happen? Fox News, MSNBC, CNN, CNBC, the nightly news, Brian Williams, our weapons are beautiful. I love watching them go to kill things. Fareed Zakaria, Donald Trump became president tonight because he bombed Syria. Are they going to get lowered? No. Who's going to get lowered? Me, Jimmy Dore, The Humanist Report, David Pakman, The Benjamin Dixon Show, TYT. Look, this is not just a partisan thing either. It's not like, oh, only progressive media. Anything that is not giant corporate media is going to get demoted. So this is Orwell 101. Under the guise of fake news, they say, well, we also mean not just fake news, but conspiracy stuff too. And offensive stuff. You know, if you're offensive, if you're low quality content, sorry, you're not even going to show up in the search engine. You're not going to be prioritized. You're going to be way off there at the bottom. They can't beat us in the realm of ideas. They can't beat us when it comes to grassroots popularity. So they cheat. This is cheating. Don't put them in the search engine. They're kicking our ass. You think I'm kidding? I'm not kidding. Guys, the same thing happened with our funds. The way YouTube works, we do content, you guys watch. There's a giant firewall and a buffer between me and the independent content creators and the advertisers. So I never speak to an advertiser ever. So, brilliant system. The more you watch, the better content I put out, the more you watch, the more we get paid because we basically get paid by views. And I never speak to advertisers, so there's no selling out. Guess what? They decided, oh, well, we fucking pull the rug out from underneath you. And at first, just totally get rid of your funding, demonetize everything. Now we're off the blacklist. They'd say there's no YouTube blacklist. There is a YouTube blacklist. We're off the blacklist, but we still have a giant cut to our pay, as does all your other favorite shows. So they do that, and then look at that. Lo and behold, they roll out YouTube TV at the same time, and they shift the funding to TV. YouTube TV is just TV. Go look at who made a deal with them. It's all mostly old media legacy outlets. So people leave TV to come to new media and independent media and online and YouTube. And then YouTube goes, that's nice. Let's defund the people who you like, who are kicking ass in the free market, and let's give that money right back to the TV people. They leapfrog us, jack the funding, and now they're trying to get us out of the fucking search results. Come on, man. Come the fuck on. Soon as the country's going to hell with more war, more deregulation, more tax cuts for the rich. We go further down the path of oligarchy and corporatocracy, more money in politics. Boom. Cut the legs out from underneath free and independent media, new media, who were starting to have a giant impact. We need you now more than ever. I need you guys. I need you. Patreon.com/secular talk. Hey, our Amazon link. By the way, all this stuff I'm talking about right below. Patreon.com/secular talk. Amazon, however you can help. And we have people, look, we actually are popular. So we have like a lot of people that listen to us, unlike CNN, who we actually get more views in the key demo than them most of the time, which is fucking crazy because they have billions and billions of dollars and we got dick, but we do better than them. But since we have a lot of people, all we need is a little bit from each person, and then everything can function perfectly smoothly and we do just fine. So, $2 a month means the world. If you could just do $2 a month. You want to go absolutely nuts, go crazy, and give $5 or $7 a month? Be my guest. But all I ask is just a cup of coffee a month, which works out to like $0.01 per video. And again, it ain't just me. So if you love this show, that's one thing. But if you also love the other shows I mentioned, by all means, they have Patreons too. Go donate to them because we're all hurting right now. And I can assure you it's only going to get worse. Because when I read stuff like this, they're really trying to eliminate us. They know they can't just shut everything down because that's too obvious. But they got to try in slick ways. Hey, let's demonetize them all at once. Oh, what? That was too far? Oh my God, everybody's flipping out. Okay, we'll take them off the blacklist, but still cut their pay massively. But now also on top of that, let's make it so they don't even show up well in the search results. It's an all-out war on us. That war is crystal clear. We have to fight back.